Hey, this is Jack with ReciPal, and today I'm going to talk about what I call the mystery of the decreasing calories. Basically, when people set up a recipe in ReciPal, sometimes they add more of an ingredient and they actually see the calories decrease. There's a very simple explanation for this, but it can be counterintuitive, so we're going to break down how this happens. Now, this can happen if you set your recipe up by serving size weight. When you choose this option, it's taking the proportions of the ingredients of your recipe and scaling the nutrition to the weight of a serving. Here we have a simple sugar cookie recipe made up of sugar, butter, and flour, and it's set up by serving size weight. So regardless of how you change the amount of ingredients in the recipe, the nutrition will always be based on 30 grams worth of that recipe. In this case, you'll notice that when I increase the amount of sugar in this recipe, it decreases the calories per serving. In the original recipe that I started with, the sugar made up 27%, the butter made up 23%, and the flour made up 51%. After increasing the amount of sugar, that obviously changes the proportions of the recipe. Now the recipe is 52% sugar, 15% butter, and 33% flour. When we look at the nutritional profile of each of the ingredients, we see that butter is the most caloric ingredient. So when we increase the amount of sugar in the recipe, we're decreasing the percentage that recipe is made up of butter, thus decreasing the calories. So if you set up a recipe by serving size weight, the amount of any particular ingredient doesn't matter. It's the proportion of the ingredients as a whole that's going to determine your nutrition. Increasing the amount of one ingredient will decrease the proportion of the other ingredients. And that's the mystery of the decreasing calories.